Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we've got another very powerful one on this week of unity. That's the theme that we've been going in at this week, and today's song that we're going to do is Angelina Jordan's original of What Is Life. Now there's this one, which is the acoustic version, and then apparently there's an orchestrated version, or an a version with an orchestra on it that we didn't listen to. But when Dad said, "Do you want to check out that one and then decide from the two?" I said no, and he said, "Why?" And I said, because at this point I think simple is better.
Not realizing exactly how that fit into unity.
Exactly, because unity needs to be simple.
It shouldn't be this complicated thing.
It should
that we're all making it out to be. So
it shouldn't be.
So we decided to go with the simple version, and again, I'm expecting no less than classic Angelina. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah, this
right?
was the video was released June 1st of 2018.
So we're thinking she would have been what, about 12?
12 or 13, somewhere right
somewhere
there.
Yeah.
So
So anyway,
you all set?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get started.
Hello, y'all. This is a composition written by Angelina Jordan, one of her first original compositions.
What is a life? Life is maybe going to school. Perhaps life is sitting at the piano, playing beautiful songs. Maybe life is about creating paintings like my grandma. Life is perhaps a tea that's still in the night. To get your love on time. What if life means you and I will shine like a star in the darkest sky? Maybe life is a warm embrace from someone safe, or maybe life's just a memory. We come, we see, she's the love of my life. Life is beautiful. Love life with all the good and bad.
Bye.
Just so you know, the piano player Dylan Meek and guitar was Ivan Mendez. So we're going to go ahead and give them a shout out too for helping out Angelina.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Okay.
So going on with that piano, number one, when they said that this was an original, I assume that she wrote the whole thing, piano, guitar, vocals, the whole thing.
I don't know.
That's what I'm assuming when they said that it was one of her originals. So
compositions.
if I'm taking that correctly, I'm going to say, well, number one, the chord structures that she chose on that piano part, those are really, really unique, which for our purposes go together with unity because you're bringing everybody's uniquenesses together as one.
Okay.
So that's something that I pulled out.
I see where you're going.
And number two, I thought it was interesting with the lyric, what if life is a memory? I thought that was interesting. Out of the whole thing, I pulled this one lyric, and it's just, what if life is a mystery?
Where's a memory?
Oh yeah, it's a mystery too, but what if life is a memory?
Right.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if life was a memory?
Mm-hmm.
But then spawns the question of whose memory and what are their stories.
there's a lot of...
And then it just spawns everything from there. But yeah,
for a 12-year-old kid, this is pretty deep.
Yeah.
There's some pretty deep ways you could take this.
Yeah, and then the overall line question, what is life and what is your definition of life?
Right, because this was her definition.
Right.
Okay, and through the eyes of a 12-year-old, is it sitting down at the piano? Is it painting a picture? Is it doing something like my grandma did? Is it doing something? Is it doing this? Is it doing that? Is it being able to stare at a star up in the darkest sky?
Mm-hmm.
Just having somebody, give you a hug.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she said lyrically a warm embrace, but
yes, same thing.
right. Having somebody, it could be as simple as a hug.
Right.
There's so much stuff in there that we take for granted.
Yeah.
That we just simply, it just goes. Here we are, the adults. Boom.
And there's so much chaos in the world right now
right.
that sometimes we just need to... I mean, this is why I loved when we were in the Outer Banks, because we were away from it all. There was no arguing or
right.
very little of it, very tiny, very little of it. But there was barely to no arguing. There was no politics. There was no injustice, no, there was nothing, and it was just stare out at the sound, and it was calm and peaceful, and we could go back to the roots of this. What is life? And you can actually think about it. Exactly.
And we really need, forget about work today. Forget about, the bonehead people who you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about the long line at McDonald's that you had to sit in. Forget about all that stuff and think in your mind. You have people who go, I close my eyes and I think about my happy place and it calms me down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go back and think about the simple things that happen every day that we don't think twice about.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just something that happened. But think about the simplicity of it and bring that into your mindset at this point, okay, as well. Because there's and I don't know if this is biblical or if it's. I mean, I don't remember if it's biblical or if it's just a saying that's been passed out through the ages about talking about the innocence of a child.
Okay.
Because like my dad always said, they only know what they know.
Right. You don't know what you don't know.
As adults, we know too darn much. Okay.
Yeah.
And it convolutes and clouds and all that stuff, really messes up how we are supposed to look at things.
Mm-hmm. I was watching a movie the other day, and you know this because this is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies is James Cameron's Avatar. And in Avatar, actually I was watching it the other day, and when Jake Sully goes into Home Tree and starts to learn the ways of the people, and he's saying, I'm trying to figure out this deep connection that the people have to the forest. It's kind of, and he's going through all these exercises of just close your mind and breathe. Feel, the breathing and the heartbeat of the animals. Feel the leaves, feel this, feel the wind, the tracks, all this stuff. But it's taking out, all the politics in his life. It's, in our circumstances, it would be taking out,
Right.
all the garbage, all the politics, all the just breathe, take a chill pill, and focus on what's around you.
Right.
The
All
other
that
day
kind of
when
stuff.
you were walking on the trail, you felt
It was the most.
breeze,
It was
you
the
felt-
most peace that I have felt probably in the last week.
Right, but I'm just saying, you
You know-
felt like you felt the breeze, you felt
I
the
felt-
dirt underneath your shoes as you were walking, or whatever.
True.
You were just embraced in calmness.
Yes.
That's what, in my opinion, the world needs to go back to. Is just take a minute, step aside, go back to your corners, breathe, clear your mind, and then come back and see if you can figure something out.
And let's talk about it.
Yeah, and talk about it then. But step aside and take a breath for a second. But society today is so wound up, so tight, that we often forget that.
And everybody is thinking about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's two real quick thoughts.
Go for it.
Okay, because you just had to bring this part up. But as I was thinking, we said that we didn't do the orchestra one,
Mm-hmm.
okay, which I'm sure was much more rehearsed and polished
Yeah.
and whatever. Okay, and so if you like the orchestra one, go watch the orchestra one. I don't care because it doesn't fit our purpose.
Right,
But
yeah. Our
yeah,
purpose
of
was the
being- of
unity
being
and
simple.
simplicity.
Being
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Okay. I mentioned that the as far as the lyrics were concerned, for a 12-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
depends on how deep you want to read into
Yeah.
them or how simple you
Right.
want to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If we keep them simple through, which is what we're trying to do this week,
Mm-hmm.
through the eyes of a 12-year-old
Mm-hmm.
or 13 or 14 or however old she is. Okay.
And she's 14 now.
So,
She's
so
probably
2
12
years
or
ago.
13 in this
12,
picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Or in this video, I'm sorry.
but even when she wrote the song, I
Yeah.
don't know if she wrote it when she was 12 or when she was 10. I have no clue.
Right.
But the thing is, if we keep things in that childlike simplicity
Mm-hmm.
versus having 5 people listen to those lyrics and come up with 5 different solutions as to how the universe was created.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everybody wants to make it so dang
Complicated. Yeah.
Okay, you can take a lyric for whatever you want, however you want to take it.
Mm-hmm.
But considering the source,
Right.
I'm going to take it that I'm not going to take it as though she's, an astrophysicist.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
2 completely different minds.
Yeah.
Right? So, so again, taking it from the simple side of things. Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna keep it right there.
So then we're not going to dive too deep into it.
Yeah,
as far as we've already gone.
Yeah, I want it.
So.
I just want simple.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just like what you're saying with the Outer Banks or any kind of vacation like that. The reason you do it is to
Mhm.
get away,
Mm-hmm.
right? And sorry, I remembered. Back several years ago, okay, when I got my first townhouse. The reason that we had our townhouse built in the community that it was because the community where we were living there was the city and then there was where we were living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The city came out to where we were living. We were living here because it was peaceful, it was quiet, it was away.
Yeah.
Okay. Where I started questioning was when I noticed that all of my neighbors, okay, the only time you ever saw them was at the mailbox,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then you could barely get them to talk because everybody was so dang wrapped up in their own world.
Yeah.
They didn't care about yours.
Yeah.
They're in theirs. They could care less what you were doing, okay? The only people in the complex that we were living in that actually gave a hoot as to how you were doing were the ones that had moved there from like small towns. Okay, so they had that small town feel, and they were so glad to be able to say hi to somebody, and they would get a hi back.
Yeah.
Okay, that we weren't wrapped up in this. Okay, so the city moves out to here.
Yeah.
So we build our townhouse out here. Okay, 20 miles out.
City moves.
Guess what? And you know where the townhouse is, and you know how all of that is overdeveloped at this point.
It's overdeveloped, and the townhouse is right off of a university too.
Right.
Or right off of a college campus now.
So all of a sudden, here we are. Okay, where it keeps following us, and life keeps getting the example is life keeps getting so complicated, and no matter how you try to escape it, it keeps getting complicated.
Yeah.
So, as individuals, as one, you being a person, me being a person, how can we keep this simple?
Yeah.
So that we've got two people who are not simple. Hey, you want to be simple? You want to relax? Yeah. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's one person at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's, it's sad, but that's where we're at. So, let's just use the KISS method. Keep it simple.
Stupid.
I wasn't going there. But
KISS has 2 S's on the end.
And let's go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Alrighty guys, remember we do have the P.O. Box that is open. That information has popped up on your screen by now. If you want to send us anything, that is your opportunity to do so, and that address will also be down in the description below, as well as the request form that's also down in the description below, guys. That's where we would highly recommend for you to put your song requests so that we don't miss them, so that they don't get swallowed up in comments or anything like that. And it is a for sure way that we will see them. Make sure to check out Coffee First Scheme Later up in the corner. That is the vlogging channel that we have. It's where you can get any of our Outer Banks vlogs or any of our, just random talking or shopping or whatever vlogs, more day-to-day stuff than just behind a table, not necessarily this table or our other table. I keep saying this table, but this is not my table. So this is a friend's table. So behind the table, or the desk or whatever, and it's up and about in real life. So if that's more your style, or you just want to go check that out, make sure to check that out up in the corner and subscribe over there.
Yep.
Make sure to check out the Teespring link down in the description below, guys. If you want any cool merchandise, such as our classic TBP logos or our Eat Sleep React Repeat merchandise as well. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, phone cases, mugs, tote bags, stickers, and we've got a few new designs on there right now, guys. So we highly encourage you all to go over there and take a look at that and possibly get something too, because again, they are really, really cool. Make sure to check out the Patreon link that's down in the description below as well, guys. Patreon is the membership that you can get to the channel, whether you want behind the scenes, exclusive reactions, exclusive Teespring discount codes, one-on-one communication with me and Dad, or just a description mention or shout-out, which you automatically get for becoming a Patreon member. And I do get to thank the following patrons who pledged to make this video possible, for being awesome and sticking with us. That'd be Hotspace, Ann Petro, Karen Barone, Sandy Thomas, Courtney Trek, Cindy Rice, Dawn Kula, and Teresa Anderson. Thank you all so much for your constant love and support of this channel and community, guys. We greatly appreciate it, and we ask that you please stay around for the foreseeable future, so at least after I leave, he still has the same support that you've given me and now us over these past several months. So anyway, not last but not least, because I've got 2 more left. So our next announcement is, remember, we do have our subscriber goal of 2020 in honor of the graduating class of 2020, whether high school or college. We're right around halfway done with that goal, and it's only been about a month and a half. So thank you so much for all you guys who have subscribed, and all of y'all who have not yet subscribed. We highly encourage you to do so, not only to help us achieve this goal, but to where you also just stay involved, stay connected, see what we're getting ourselves into every day. We've got a cool song coming out every single day. Besides Sunday, that is our day off, and we recommend that you have that as your day off as well. Just a day, to just recharge, to breathe, to, right what we were talking about in this video. So anyway, yeah. And in our last announcement, or at least my last announcement, if you don't feel comfortable being a Patreon member to where it's a monthly thing, but you still would like to donate or help support the channel, We do have a PayPal donation link down in the description below. I got that because some people say, I'm not comfortable, going through Patreon because it's a monthly thing, and I don't know if I'm going to have money month to month, or something like that. Or they don't want to go through YouTube because of super chats, which is YouTube's option, but YouTube takes a couple of dollars out here or there, whatever it is, for using their platform. But PayPal doesn't. And this PayPal donation link comes straight to us. If you would like to donate anything, that comes straight to us and avoids any third-party players and any of that. We're not asking for donations, but if you would like to, that link is always down in the description below.
Right.
So, anyway, anything else that I'm missing or that you'd like to add today?
Nope, I'm good.
Alrighty, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
All right.
Peace out.